people, welcome back. Lateness is greatness. You already know what time it is. It's time for the Queen's Speech podcast. Yeah, live and direct in the flesh with a panel, with a cast and crew, because we ain't seen it in a while. Yeah, Anita in the building.
Hey guys, I missed you guys so much. I'm so happy to be here. I'm really happy that we're actually recording this podcast in person. Love you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm really gassed. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. Sorry.
Sweet. I love it. Do you know what? Yeah, this is well overdue. The Grand Dame. Yeah, talk to us.
Oh, listen. We're back in the flesh, obviously. You understand, like, you know, a rare commodity these days. Platinum, what's that? Come on, we're back in business. We're all in the room. We're all in the same room for the first time ever. That's something a lot of people don't actually know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've always met each other like separately, but we've never all been in the same room together. So it's like, come on,
It's beautiful.
Tell you,
nice,
I was
man.
from there, but then
And it's only right that apple juice is here. Do you know what I'm saying?
it's actually apple juice.
I'm on a diet, so it's water.
Nah, she's lying. The Schweppes. The Schweppes in the background.
What in the exposure was that, huh?
Now we're exposing everything today.
Fam,
Lies.
my dietitian is going to be watching.
You know that meme where the personal trainer comes is like, hey, I see you coming out of Greg's. What do you think you're doing?
Dog.
Makes you do push-ups on the floor and that. Yeah, but obviously we had to get the apple juice out. Do you know what I'm saying? This is the review gang in the flesh now. And it's only right that we start, I guess, reviewing the start of the season. It's never boring at Chelsea, is it? It's wild in these streets, yeah? Can't contain us. Mad.
Listen, do you know what? I feel like the start of the season, it's really just, it's shown how I've been feeling emotionally. It's been an absolute tornado of results. And it's not like we were playing badly, as per se. I went to the Tottenham match, and I thought that Tottenham match was sick. And I thought, if we play football like that for the rest of the season, we're back.
Yep.
You know, like, we're back on board. We're definitely going to contend for a title. But then things just started to go downhill. Small by small, you started seeing little tweaks just not working with Thomas Tuchel. And then I started wondering, is Thomas Tuchel going to get sacked? I was like, nah. There's no way, nah. At least until the end of this season or January. I wake up one day. I'm recording with my company, like with work. I'm recording with work. And then the host goes, Anita, Thomas Tuchel's been sacked. And I was like, no, he hasn't. You're lying. Like, stop saying that.
Is that live on camera?
Live on camera. And then I went on Twitter, live on camera. He's like, no, I'm serious. I went on Twitter. I see Thomas Tuchel and Chelsea have parted ways. I said, yay. I said, yay.
Yours is just Can you begin to imagine? Like, you know what?
Something in your core, in your chest, when you see that. It's similar.
Mad because the day before, I'm not going to say it, but I got a text and they're like, he's gone.
Nah,
so what do you mean he's gone? Who's gone? Huh? Who's gone? What do you mean he's gone? I have some uncles that are missing, but they other than that, who's gone? I wake up. Okay, I remember waking up at 10:45 that day because I went out the night before. And then I see the news. Hey! Madness ensued. What did I not do? I tweeted. I was on Spaces. I recorded videos. I called my mom. I called everybody.
Hey, I called my dad. My dad was shocked.
Because I was so stunned and I was just like, because like you said, like start of the season was looking really like, I wouldn't say really good. It wasn't great, but like it wasn't something that I thought was, you know, would
Sackable.
prompt something as aggressive as sacking Tuchel. But hey, Potters, Potent Blues are in the building. And I think we've just got to look forward from that point onwards, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Bags packed, sacked. Just when you see this statement, because I looked at it, I didn't see it coming. I wasn't in the know. I'm not interested in being in the know, really. And I thought, wow, it felt very much like Mourinho, like Ancelotti. It hit my heart. And people are mourning over this days, you know, down the line thinking, rah, what's going on here? And it felt weird for Potter to come in because, yeah, we all rate him. He's a good, talented manager. But it's like, this really is a new direction. This is Todd Boehly has come in. Record spend, bare players have come through the door, and backflip Aubameyang has only just come in.
And he came for Thomas Tuchel. Yeah. Like, no one can tell me nothing. Aubameyang came because he saw Thomas Tuchel and said, I want to play for this man. Raheem Sterling, same thing. Thomas Tuchel called him. Bam! Thomas Tuchel called them. Yeah. He called them all, like saying, please, like, come play for Chelsea. Here's my plans for Chelsea. They bought into the plans. Next thing you know, the plans are gone and it's Graham Potter at the wheel. No disrespect to play Graham Potter. I think fantastic manager. What he's done with Brighton, absolutely sensational. And I enjoy the way he plays football.
Yeah.
But it's such a big jump here and a big statement from Todd Bowley. And it's like, this has to work. It has to pay off because someone that... where did Brighton finish last season? They finished in a
highest place finish, I think, for them. I think it was around
not still
8th. I think it was around 8th, 9th. Highest position they've ever finished last season, yeah. I think it was maybe 9th.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But then it's a manager that's never played European football, that's never been in cup finals. How can he manage that pressure with a team like Chelsea? You know?
Everybody has to get their chance in life, though, isn't it? It's the same with anything. Like, you need that promotion.
It's
that opportunity
scary.
to step up.
It's scary.
Like, for me, there are two very simple things, honestly, for me in this situation. And I know I'm smiling, but on the serious note, like, number one, obviously, Bowley coming in, and I know it's new ownership. I know they've got new processes. I know that it's new things that are going to be happening. But one of the things that we were worried about was setting a precedent to the players that if you sort of down tools in any way, shape, or form, then the manager sort of gets sacked. We're hoping that wasn't going to be the case here. Now, obviously, Tuchel's the first manager, and we're going to need to have a bit of a track record to sort of identify that. But Bowley needs to stick to his guns.
This is his first manager.
This is his first manager, and he needs to stick to his guns, okay, and prove that, you know what, I'm going to back this and back this all the way. It's going to be rough because a lot of the people that obviously like making comments with regards to back the manager, when Tuchel went sour, they started making noise and saying he should get sacked. I'm not going to name drop, but at the end of the day, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I mean, listen, I don't...
Man's directed. We're only 5 minutes in.
Nah, like, I don't even care. But then again, it's just like, you've got to make sure there are going to be a lot of fans that there are going to be rough periods with Potter. Let's keep it a buck. There are going to be rough periods with Potter.
This is the question.
How are we going to see people reacting to these sort of instances? Are they going to still be with the same? Let's keep Potter in. Because people, over time, bro, it's 15 years. All the time I've been alive, all I've known is the consistent change of changing.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm never going to pretend like I'm perfect. Because even Tuchel, I wasn't saying or anything. I wasn't anywhere near that. But I was slightly getting fed up.
You would defend him,
So, like,
You would defend you even when he left. You would defend him on the TL.
I cussed him out, but like when I mean cussed
It was
out,
like a toxic relationship.
Yes, it was a family cussing.
Yeah.
You know, Christmas table cussing.
Exactly. You know, your mom is like, oh, like, go and watch the place. Why you being so useless? Oh, but I still love you.
You cuss them because you love them. Exactly.
you.
But people don't understand that concept, right? Because we're not going to sit here and pretend like Tuchel was perfect.
Facts.
He played Gallagher in the pivot. You know, he was playing people in positions, and we're like, yo, what's going on? And we're like, come on, fix up, because we love you, but you're shooting yourself in the foot a little bit here. Like, we can't be getting played off the park by Zagreb. That can't happen. We're not Tottenham in the Europa League. You know, this can't run. But I still wanted to give him that extra time to do his thing. But speaking of we're potheads now. I know it's a mad...
What did you call me?
Well, listen,
the thing is-
it's Potter era with potheads. All of us, we're all potheads now.
Pothead.
No.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Mommy, I'm not involved. I'm not. I support. I love Graham Potter, but this pothead terminology.
Do you know pothead could insinuate?
I don't know.
I'm just saying, like,
we have
you know how
American,
every-
we have a lot of American viewers. We can't really. You forgot to have gone international.
Pothead.
No, we're not pot. No.
I don't even know what
No.
I don't know the real meaning.
Do you
Don't
remember?
worry, I know you don't.
You know Burner Boy. I need Igbo and Shai. It's the Igbo part.
Yeah, it's the Igbo part. Yeah, so it's the Igbo part.
You're calling us weed addicts.
Yeah. No. So, mommy, I'm not.
I just wanted to have a group, you know, of us.
I know,
I clang, you know. Every manager we have a
you know,
group.
the thing is,
a force.
the more you
We
speak-
move by force.
Now you're digging a bigger grave.
Okay,
I think-
Please, I'm not in, Mom. I'm not in no
Mom,
gang.
I'm not involved.
I'm not in a gang of potheads.
Igbo? I know.
I am
Never.
not in a gang of potheads.
No. I'm not
No.
involved. I'm not involved.
No.
But
All right,
it's,
pot ball. Sorry, let me move on. Pot ball.
Okay.
Pot
Yeah.
ball, yeah?
Yeah.
8 ball
Yeah.
pool and that, you know what I mean? Pot noodle, team and gang and that, whatever.
pot noodle. You know, pot noodles are associated with being cheap.
Please,
Cheap and low quality.
let's just roll with the pot ball. Let's roll
roll.
with pot ball.
Let's roll with it, right? So, the last two managers, to be fair, in the ground, no one's turned on the manager. Since Sarri, when they were saying, Sarri, yeah, cool. Sarri ball. But Lampard, in the ground, obviously they're going to have their loyalties. Tuchel, same thing. So it feels like maybe the narrative that the fan base is losing its patience is probably more an online thing. But we see it with Arteta. Arsenal fans were losing their minds. You know, every fan base has their moment. Even Liverpool, Klopp, you know, a couple conversations I'm hearing, you know what I mean? Little bits of dialogue. You know, I'm getting a couple two texts on WhatsApp. I can't really say this publicly, Matisse, but I'm starting to get a little bit frustrated with Klopp. So it happens in every fan base. But the thing I'll finalize on before we move on is that it's not like as if the success recently has been consistent. We're not Man City.
Yeah.
Like under the Roman era in the last 5-6 years, we've played Europa League football, twice and won it, obviously, but we didn't win the title since 2017. We didn't reach a semi-final since Mourinho, when Diego Costa was in an Atletico Madrid shirt and he knocked us out with Courtois. And then we won it. But that was the first time we got to a semi-final in 7 years?
Yeah,
So we have to be patient. We have no choice. But
the thing is, you say we have no choice, yeah. But as Chelsea fans, that's just not our culture. Being patient at this moment in time, knowing we won the Champions League 2 years ago, if we stop that momentum now and we're patient, when's the next time we're going to win that Champions League? It took us 10 years to win another Champions League. Do you think Real Madrid are patient? They're not patient. Do you think Barcelona right now, the fact that they haven't won a Champions League for this long, do you see the way that they're moving in the transfer market? They're moving vicious, and we've got to do the exact same thing if we want to compete. It's just a no-brainer. We have to move vicious, and we have to do. Do you know early Roman Abramovich is? We have to move like that. We have to be precise with our decision making, everything. So.
And we need to keep stuff on the wraps.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's like...
That transfer window was too open.
Not even that. Recently, the sporting director.
I'm talking about the
God.
directors. My thing is, why does the TL know everything that's happening? Now, why? Do you know what I mean? It's like, well, why are you doing it? There's no point. Like, everything that's going on, everybody knows.
Yeah.
Like, even... And I'm sorry to go back to the whole Tuchel thing as well, but why did John Terry know about Potter so early? You see what I'm talking about? All these little things is like, it's so open it's so exposed that like, if anybody, obviously Terry's a club legend, and I'm not even slating or dragging.
But you just want things under wraps.
Things being under wraps.
But
You
the
know what I'm
thing
saying?
is,
Like,
that's what it was like with Marina. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, don't talk about Marina, blah, 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 blah. I hear it. But that's how it was with Marina. Marina wouldn't let this shit slide.
Yeah.
Do you get? Yeah. Like, she always kept things under wraps. If we're going for a player, we'd hear about that player when it's like 1 week before they close the deal. Ziyech, for example. Even Diego Costa, like, we knew about Werner. Kai Havertz. You know what I'm saying? All of these transfers, it was all lingering. Yeah, but
you have to do the flagship beating, you know.
You're ridiculous. But it's one of them ones where it was.
What now? Like when you're fishing, haven't you gone fishing before? Oh, sorry, no, you don't.
Yeah, sorry. I don't.
She came in an Uber. She's still our queen, man.
I go fish as that fish.
Even though you broke your nail, we'll get into that.
Yeah, man. Anyway, it's enough about Chelsea. Do you know what? I like Todd Bowley. I feel like he's a man that's down for business.
Yeah.
He means the business.
Yeah.
I just hope that
he knows.
Silence. Yeah, he moves in silence. He knows exactly what he's doing and can bring us more success to the club. That's all.
I hear
agree
that
100%. Just because I don't want to just sort of throw this in there. I don't want us to dwell on it for too long, but I just feel like it's a people. How do I word this in the best way? I'm not trying to get, because people might misinterpret what I'm saying, but Burnley has come in and done everything in such an American way. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's American
He's
business.
gone out
Hey.
and
don't do your Gary Neville now.
No. No. But what I mean by that is like the signings he wanted to make. Loud. Americans are like, like they're proud, loud, and they just want to get anything they can get their hands on. Look at the Salzburg thing, for example. He basically saw something he liked and said, you know what, I'm going to get that. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, these little things are going to be a bit more of not a rude awakening, but just sort of like an eye-opener in the sense that in like, with the way things are going, you have to be a lot more quiet, because I can promise you, if it wasn't so public that Salzburg are going to lose so many things, for starters, there wouldn't be anything for Chelsea fans to worry about. And secondly, might have probably gone through. Do you know what I mean? Because things were so public and so out there and so whatever. So I think
he's currently climbing the kitchen counter, searching for the cookies that mum hid, and he's dropped one of the plates on the ground at 12 o'clock at night. Just making bare noise.
I mean, I can't like never have to climb the counter because I've always been tall.
You've always been tall, yeah. 6'5", grand damn, yeah. We already.
Come on.
So let's get into it, right? Because we spoke about Potter, new job. Obviously, wearing the suit, first night, Champions League.
Fresh trim
looking,
as well.
yeah, looking the part. You know what I mean? Clearly wanted to impress.
I'm not gonna lie, he impressed me when he came out in the suit. Yeah, I was like, all right, you look a bit dapper.
But I'm also impressed. New job. Both of you. Speaking of new jobs, huh? How is everybody doing?
Yeah, I'll give him that segue. Yeah,
Look, it was good, wasn't it?
Give him
Yeah? And I know you are impressed. I am impressed.
Spot me.
Yeah? My brother has moved to London over here. Yeah, looking good. He's come from.
Up. Hey, now you know Matisse's problem. He beats someone. You know, there's one time. In fact, you know what? Since I've moved out of Sheffield, you know, there's one time like.
Okay.
No, let me.
I was gonna say Sheffield.
Pardon?
I was gonna say
Oh, I
Sheffield.
thought you were going to say where I'm living now.
No, I'm not stupid.
Wait, can I? Wait. Dami, who are you hiding from?
Nah, it's not
Who are you hiding from? What
do you
babe
know
is
what it
stalking
is?
you?
It's the ops.
The ops.
Let me tell you something, yeah. Matisse, nobody knew I lived in Sheffield before. Not a single soul. But then when Matisse put it on it, one time we were talking, he said, "Oh, when you doing cross to Sheffield?" Since that day, fam, people saw, you know, I was playing pool with some of my boys, and then literally, I see this group of group of guys were just looking at me like I'm you. I'm like, hey,
Yay.
leave me, I don't finish. You know that kind of talk. I'm like, I'm finished.
Yay.
These guys were staring me down, looking at me. I'm like, right, I thought I was safe in Sheffield. What's happening?
But now you've moved to a different S.
Yay. The pressure is getting worse. I am crying. Don't go anywhere.
No, but
We're paying by the hour.
No, this is a nice quick opportunity to catch up though, because you have started a new job.
My story.
You
Bottom line is like, you know,
you're welcome to the big city now, the real city. Like I went to where you were. But
real
this is the real. You're back with the real ones now. This is where you should have been.
Come on.
How is it? You've adapted, acclimatized.
Like, listen, like I've always said, like for me, like I was always in London so often anyways, that for me, it didn't really make that much of a difference moving down. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always been used to London. Like I've got so much family that live in London. Like, so it was like, it's sort of like, you know, the only difference now is that I wake up and I have to take the tube every day. You get me? Like, that's just how it is. But like, I'm chilling, like, well, I sorted, obviously, stuff.
Have you found your barber yet?
No. Why you acting like we're not? Now, you know what it is, guys? The teach is an evil human.
No, but when you move, you gotta find all these things. You know what I mean? You gotta find the barber. You gotta find the route to work.
You know what? Let's catch your camera. You know that barber that we walked past on the way? Do you know how much that thing costs?
How much?
Starting, yeah. So like just to cut your hair. Like, so this is not including shape.
Because you've always had a lot of hair.
You know what I'm saying?
I've never seen you with low hair.
£36.
For what?
Is he HD cuts?
Fam.
Is he A-star?
36. And do you know what it is? It's like £36, all right? And then that's just like, that's the starting price.
If I don't see Hudson-Odoi in there.
Starting price. I was like, in chef, nah, you know, I was like, who are you? Like, who actually are, like, what you, I said.
Have you tried it yet?
For what? At what price? Till I'm buying. Why? Why? For what?
I'm not even gonna lie. £36.
Starting.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
Man said starting. Like, this is a supermarket.
No. So if they want to sort of give you the power treatment and spray.
Acting like you're in the Apple store, starting from.
Talking about just rough cuts. Like, they're not even going to clean anything. Like, so if you want the full package, it's at least £70 for one haircut.
What?
Nah. Forget about it. So apart from the obvious high price increases, I feel like I went out the other night in Clapham. My God, if you know how much money I spent that day, Father Lord in heaven.
Wait, what were you doing? Like, what were you doing in Clapham? Partying?
Huh?
Partying?
Yeah.
So,
I went to one of the clubs.
He is a party.
You bought bare drinks?
Nah, but do you know it's like, okay, you know what? Let me just, you know, you see the segue God is back. But anyways, listen. So obviously, like, what's happened? Like, I went to see some of the boys and whatever, and like we just said that let's get a couple drinks first or whatever. You know, little cocktails here and there. So obviously, London, I'm expecting £15 first, whatever.
Cocktails.
So do you know what it is? It's like, so we get to the door. And one of my friends, I mean, she's quite a beautiful lady in it. So she gets to the door.
Promiscuous.
Promiscuous girl.
She was promiscuous.
You are.
I started singing for her.
All
Obviously,
alone.
do you know what I'm saying? Like,
And it's
Jay-Z's
you
hitting
that I
her up as
want.
well. Oh, she was meant to say that.
Promiscuous
Oh,
boy.
nah.
What did you say?
You're not meant to say that Jay-Z's hitting me up.
Oh my God.
You must be lucky.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I forgot about that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But now, literally, I get to the door. Tell me what entry is £30.
Of course, this is London.
And then the worst part at the bar, they said I had to buy. I wanted to get rare nephews with Coke, and they told me I have to buy at least 2 drinks, and each one was £12. Tell me why. So within the space of entering the club and like getting my drinks, 5 minutes, I spent £60. Why? But you know what? It's fine.
That sounds normal. Sounds about right.
Normal. Right? Well, you can say I've not adjusted fully yet.
To be in London, it is safer to be in a group. And now when I say a group, I mean a couple. It's safer financially. You have to get with the times. They're trying to run us out of the country. The only way to stay here is to couple up. So you better find yourselves, yeah? Because I don't know what kind of grey goose you're talking about, but I stay home and we watch Netflix, and this is much cheaper. I'm telling you.
You do Netflix dates with your girl.
Not all the time, but
Raw.
you spend more as a single man. You will spend more.
You're telling me this guy, all the big YouTube money.
Fam.
Which big who?
Netflix at home.
Which big who?
Money, Netflix at home.
No, because
Netflix
I am
at home.
because I'm a workaholic. I am constantly working.
So you're telling me you're prioritizing your work over your girl?
There is a balance to this. Balance. The bills have to be paid.
Okay, so the
do
balance-
you not see the rise in heat prices?
So no, let's not talk about bills, please.
Balance.
Nah,
Anyway,
yeah,
Anita,
you
new
get-
job. Talk to me.
Batiste, the second one.
Anita, come.
I don't think we're done. I don't think we're done with you. You do. Okay, so when's the last time you took a girl out?
Actually, to be fair, we're going out tomorrow. Going Brighton.
When was the last
That's
time
the
you took
last
your
time.
girl out?
Let me skirt around the question. I'd say, to be fair, it's international break, so probably last weekend. Probably.
Where?
We was just going around Central. Went for food. Went to markets in Aldgate. I think there's markets there.
Yeah.
And then obviously the Queen and everything. The Queen's speech, right? The Queen's speech podcast. We're obviously going around London and everything. So yeah. But
I think that's cute, to be fair.
yeah.
So what? Only on international breaks, you guys do?
This is when I have
Date nights.
the break.
You know what?
I'm a workaholic. I'm in love with the grind.
Big up your girl.
Nah, to be
Yeah,
fair.
she's a
your
real
girl.
one. To
She's
be
a
fair,
real one.
But to be in this industry, to be fair, they have to get it
Yeah.
because we do
nah.
love our job.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
I think it's like I've always been popping up at my cases. Like you guys, you both knew me. Like, I agree with you in it, but I can't hold anything down because I'm here, there. Do you know how many hours I worked last week?
Promiscuous boy.
I am a virgin, purely virgin.
Basically, Dami says nobody can tie me
He's like,
down.
no one can tie him
I am.
down.
Mother, I
You're
can't
for the
believe. Mother, I
streets.
can't believe I'm too busy for
All
you.
I've got to
He's
say
for
is-
the streets.
Nah, you know that Matisse. Remember that time I rang you one night? You remember that conversation? Do you remember that conversation?
You've rang me many a time, and
there's no need for details.
He's not too sure. Maybe you should give him a hint.
no, you saw Anita's trying to dodge because she knows I'm coming to her.
Nah, we're gonna get to her soon. Nah, she has her own thing. I don't know why she's behaving like things that well and rosy and 40-hour this and balance.
It's very rosy.
If I why let me know if
You're doing too much.
Yeah.
Anita, talk to me. Come
Anita,
on.
talk to us.
New job and also billboard. Yeah, let's have a clap because that ain't no joke, right? I saw Anita on the billboard.
Is there a actual clap effect?
No, you should have listened to the producer. No, you're not gonna waste any time here now faffing about. You should have been listening.
No.
What are you doing?
Dami, what are you doing?
Stop it. Stop. What we have is a soundboard, right? And this guy wasn't listening when the producer was explaining
I was
to
on
him
Instagram.
where their claps were. No, you are the tech guy. Remember when we started? You said, "Oh, I'm the
That's
tech
his
guy."
computer. What do you think?
Anita, when we started, he was like, "I'm the tech guy."
There's no evidence.
Okay, so we move now. You messed that up. That was your chance. You blown it. Cool. Next.
Making sure it's still recording, fam.
I still recording.
Next.
God knows what you press.
Anita on a billboard, right? On a billboard at Stamford Bridge with players. Do you understand the magnitude of what you're doing?
Do you know what? This is for every single young, black, dark-skinned woman, yeah, that got told they're too dark, that got told football's not for you, darling, that got told, oh, my skin color is not enough to
shouldn't be
be
laughing.
anywhere. No, be laughing. Be laughing.
Let her
be
speak
laughing.
into the camera.
Be laughing.
Nah, she's spitting facts too.
It's facts though. For any young dark-skinned woman that doesn't think there's a place for them in football, bitch, there is. And I'm really happy that I got put on that billboard. I didn't know it was going to be a whole billboard thing at Stamford Bridge. I thought it was just going to be 1-2 pictures and I'm out of here. I wasn't even happy with the results because there were so many other pictures, so many other shots, right? But obviously, players have left and Petr Cech's left. Thomas Tuchel's now left. And it's just like, okay, we have to take what we've got. But at the same time, I'm so proud because I feel like even if I don't like it, even if I didn't like the picture that was chosen or whatever, it still symbolizes that there are young black women in this industry that would love to be where I was, and they're looking at me thinking, "Shit, this is possible."
We're
And
proper inspiring people.
bro,
100%.
like
Don't
that
know
for
it,
me
but
was
it's
enough.
happening. It's
fam.
happening.
I knew that she inspires us both in it. So like
100.
and that's facts.
It's facts. And you know what's mad? Yeah,
Oh,
is
lame.
yeah. Sometimes
Love you guys.
Sometimes people, but we just go about our day doing these things and just moving on to the next because we're trying to be busy. Do you know what I mean? You ain't gonna sit here and ponder about it and just.
Nah, but you know what?
But sometimes you've got to. Sometimes you've actually got
Yeah,
to
you
sit
know.
there with a grey goose or something, and
Yeah.
you've got to understand what's just happened.
Facts.
Because there's thousands of people watching this, but thousands of people that are looking at the billboards and seeing the collaborations and the videos and the players and they're like, "Raw, this is the dream."
Exactly.
And it is the dream. It's hard. You have to work, but it's the dream. It is. So it's very impressive.
Sometimes
you.
you just need to sit down and just appreciate what's happening.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Have to.
Amongst three of us, it's like if you actually just like from when we all first met
Yeah.
till now, you guys think about it. No, I'm not like if you. I've actually
Remember with our torches,
Yeah.
Oh my
the
God.
FBI
You know
investigation.
what? If you listen to this for the first time, these two picked me off the street. You basically picked me off the street.
No, we picked her up off of another stream that had more concurrent. And said, can you please come to us?
Basically, yeah.
It's like we picked her up Bond Street and brought her to Hackney. Actually, I'm taking us to Bond Street now. Like, what's happening? She downgraded to a level.
I am crying.
It's mad.
I'm not gonna lie, but like streaming with you guys has made me fall in love with football again. So it's one of them
streams
ones where
were
I don't really care, fam. Streams were lit. And you
were.
know what? It was at a time where I was charging everyone. So if you wanted me to come on your stream, I'm charging you. But then when Tees hit me up, I said, please get me on. Get me
We got a
on, please.
There's an undisputed, unstoppable group among us. And shout out to Sam. Shout out to Maya. Do you know what I mean? Shout out to Miles, who I was getting to know. And there's many more. Do you know what I mean? All the gold diggers. Shout out, because Sky Sports, I'm seeing them on. I'm seeing you hosting Heineken events. I'm seeing you. Don't think I can't see you, you know. I can see you lot.
I'm saying,
Shout out.
Liaz, you know what I'm saying?
Cams.
Liaz, do you know what I'm saying? Liaz is
Fruad, all of you.
Yeah, man.
Bro, there's a little undisputed, unstoppable group going on here, and the takeover is mad.
Do you know what?
It's actually mad.
Everyone calls Belgium the golden generation, yeah. Us content creators in football, it is us.
and part-time content.
I'm part-time. I'm part for your case. I'm part-time. But we are the golden generation right now in this football industry. And we're doing something mad. And I'm so proud to actually see it.
And it's funny,
I'm
some
so
things
proud.
that not even happened yet that come in.
Dog.
More than you can believe. And also the perspective that you got with the players, did it change your way of talking and outlook on football? Because when you get to know them personally, you clock, right, that's a human. Because when we speak about football, it's very hard. But even in the reviews, we were cussing, like, yo, what's going on? Like, come on, fix up. Da, 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 da. But then when you meet them as people and you see the training and, you know, the little calf strain and all, you know, that was my quad, man's talking about that was my calf. That's my quad.
Man.
That's my calf.
Rumble killer.
Yeah, but you see all of these things, you're like, right, there's recovery and the doctors, and sometimes they're playing with injuries and we don't even know about it. And when you get to see them as people and get to know them, does it just change the way you look at it?
I feel like what made me change the way I look at footballers, and football in general, was when I had when Nike hosted one of the first events to I think it was in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and then us girls, we all went and we played at the stadium and the actual pitch, so 11 aside, right?
Cool.
Big.
Huh?
Did you score?
I was defending.
Okay, first, okay.
And I was not doing headers because my wig will come off. So,
Weak.
fam, I'm not defending. I'm not doing no headers. I told my partner, I'm not heading. My wig is going to come off. Like, I'm not doing that. But anyway, and then after playing, I think we played 60 minutes. And I was in and out, yeah. After playing, the day after I woke up, I felt like I was a corpse. I could not move my body. I couldn't move. And then I'm just thinking.
Stiff.
I was stiff. To this day, I stretch my leg like this and I mean,
Baby,
did you hear the click?
Remember Sunday league?
I can't lie, my left knee's moving like that.
Fam.
I don't know why. You know what I'm saying?
Fam.
But yeah.
And it's like footballers have to condition themselves so they don't feel this way. And the other day I was at St. George's Park and we got to cool down like they do. They go in this pool, right? And then there's this little circle and a semicircle outside the pool of the circle, yeah? If that makes sense. So the pool in the middle is a hot pool where you go in there and then it kind of opens and relaxes your muscles or whatever. Then you've got the freezing cold pool on the outside where you've got to go through and walk through it, yeah? And when I say I put my foot in, I couldn't do it.
Did you not do it?
I didn't do it. What do you mean?
She's talking cold.
It is freezing. And I'm just looking at it like, you lot have to go through this every single day if you want to stay fit.
Antarctica Inita.
Fam, not legit.
Oh, for Lord.
That's her new name.
Antarctica Anita. I won't survive in the cold. I won't do it.
Oh, for Lord.
That's when I thought, I need to change my perspective about footballers. And on top of that, meeting Christian Pulisic, for example, a lot of people know I had my issues with Christian Pulisic.
It happens.
And then, do you know what? It's like once you're watching matches and you're frustrated with that player, like you continue your frustration. But then I met him and I'm like, you are such a cool guy. Like you are really, really cool and you work hard for what you do. So why am I cussing you out of impulse on the internet? I shouldn't be doing that. I want to get your story. Like I want to know more about you as a footballer, as a human, because even if you pissed me off on a Sunday, on Monday you're a cool guy.
Are you doing book promo?
Listen, when that book comes out, Pulisic, if you want me to do a little review for you,
I saw some of the quotes. That was a mad segue, by the way. Fair play to you, because I know what you did there. Yeah, the segues on this have been mad.
They've been good.
The quotes on not playing the Champions League.
Honestly, like, do you know, it's just like I've not met Pulisic yet.
Fresh change.
It's like, for me, it's like, bro.
I can talk anyway. That's what you're about to say.
I wasn't going to say that.
Do you know what though? There will be a time where players start not paying us, but start cushioning up hopefully to us, so we speak nice.
Yeah,
talk nice.
Nah, do you know, it's like, truth is, like, on a very you know, is I'll be very honest, like on a bro to bro thing. If I knew Pulisic or what, if I had contact,
Call him Christian. Go on, say it like that.
Christian. If let's do a little role play. You're Christian, innit? And then it's Dami, innit? You know what I'm saying? Alright, tell me you've released a new book.
All right, diggity dog, go.
what the hell was that?
Nah, that was mad.
I said diggity dog, go.
Diggity dog. Nah, man thinks it's Mickey Mouse.
Diggity dog.
Sup, dude, go on.
Nah, but I'm gonna be like, Christian, what are you doing? What are you? Who's advising you? What are you actually doing? Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I always felt like books needed to come out at the end of the career.
Now, the thing is, a book midway through your career when you are 20, how old is 23?
Yeah.
24.
24 year old. Like, what are you actually doing? Like, this is not the sort of thing that if you want to drop a book about maybe how to do this, or I don't know.
To be fair, we haven't read the book yet. So
No, but
we don't know
when
what
you
it is,
extract a quote of that caliber from a Champions League final that happened less than 24 months ago, come on, that's out of
But
order.
you see, if it's a Harry Potter length book and that was just a little chapter, not even a chapter, a page, I'll let it slide. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you know what? And this might be me getting a bit too deep here, yeah. But there are so many times during lockdown where we kept saying players' mental health and what happens to a player after their careers, etc. I look at Christian Pulisic and him writing a book right now. I feel like you got balls. Like I see it as a positive. I see like you got balls. One, we all know that boy. That boy is very injury prone.
Yeah.
Firstly, and it takes one injury to end your career just like that.
Yeah.
Right now, whoever his publicist is, whoever told him to get this book, right now he is Captain America. America love
Books.
Boy, they love books and they love this boy. They love Christian Pulisic. They see him like Messi and Ronaldo. That's Christian Pulisic to them, you know. And if Pulisic can get this book out, bang this book, and this book sells, he will still be eating after his football career.
I hear that.
And
That's a good perspective.
Yeah, and that's what we want footballers to be doing. We want them to have kind of a fallback just in case things don't go too well. And let's keep it real. At a certain point, we don't know when this book was authorized to actually get written, but at a certain point in Pulisic's career, he was getting injury after injury after injury.
Yeah.
He had time to do this, and he had time to really think, what if one injury ends my career?
Yeah.
And get this. If he gets this book out, he's still fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, I hear it 100%. And I think the thing is with Pulisic is he definitely is a nice guy. Even though I've never met him, I can see him. He coming back early for pre-season with Frank, tried to really impress then, had a nice little bit of form. I wonder whether Potter can extract something out of him to get him back to that level. But I think even if not, you just want players like Pulisic, Ziyech, you know, all these guys, they just need to go and play regularly and have a good career, man. I never like to see us as the hoarders, Chelsea, because we had that massive loan system that thankfully we don't have no more. Channel 4, you go into the garage, there's a broken oven in there, there's a broken ironing board. That's Chelsea. We just hoarding everything. Like, even Hudson-Odoi is out on loan and Bayer Leverkusen. I'm so happy for him.
Same.
I'm so happy for him.
Why Potter's trying to bring him back? Leave him cooking. Let him cook. Did you see that?
I saw that.
Why are you putting him back? Like, let him cook. Away from the cameras, away from the loud noise, away from all the horrible
London.
media, away from London. Let him cook. Honestly, and then he comes back. But then I digress. Carry on.
Yeah, no, I hear it because for me, your Chelsea career, I want as many players to have a great Chelsea career as possible, but I don't want them to have a going through the motions Chelsea career.
Yeah.
I want them to flourish. Like, this is my dilemma's always been with Loftus-Cheek is that I'd rather him be a big player for like a Inter Milan. You know, the Tammy love.
Yeah.
That love. I want to see him get it.
That love.
Yeah. It's nuts, the love he's getting. And I want to see him thriving, flourishing, because you know that's a good player. But at Chelsea, what?
Nothing.
What did she say?
Nothing.
What did she say?
I didn't say nothing.
You know, it's people listening at home. You heard that. It's calm. Carry on.
Sexy boy.
Oh Lord Jesus!
Sorry.
Jesus! Compose yourself.
I couldn't help myself.
You're in front of goal, and you're not even in front of goal. You're in the middle of the pitch. Loftus-Cheek is not in the room. That's not. You're in the middle of the pitch, and you're turning over the ball. Relax. Compose.
Imagine
composure.
turn over the
Press
ball and
resistance.
he's behind you. If he's tackling me, I'll be like, oh. I'll fall on him and be like, oh. Oh my God.
Rotted.
Referee, get involved.
I swear you're a defender.
Hey.
This girl will be letting in goals.
Oh my
Ruben
God.
can score against me anytime.
Nah, the number of people that are going
Anytime.
to clip this is mad.
What was you? No, because you said you was gonna say it on the pod. Something way more outlandish than that.
What?
You said about the Man City thing because we've seen. We're not saying that one.
But then
I was joking.
Okay.
It's like
Okay.
It's like
Yay.
Like, nah, she wants to.
You guys want to finish me? You want to finish
Nah,
me?
let me save you. She was talking about the Man City game and how we're going to be able to all be there, innit? That's what she was talking about.
Yeah.
The Man City game. What are you talking about, man? Now you've broken the news to everybody and now they know I'm going to be linking at Man City. What are you talking about?
Sorry, my apologies. My humble apologies.
You spied the secret. You messed it all up.
Oh my
Are
goodness.
you trying to encourage us?
God.
Oh god.
Have me drinking.
Oh, yeah, segue.
Let me segue it back. Let me put it back on Chelsea, right? Let me put it back on Chelsea. There was this question that was asked to me today in a debate show, right? And I found it. You're looking cold.
Yeah, fam. Because I don't know what kind of setup this is. What is this? What is this? This is a setup. Rubbish.
Someone was asking me this. Robbie was asking me the question on a debate show today, and it's a question I thought, you know what? I'm bringing that to you guys later because this is actually a mad question.
Is it what you asked me on the overground?
I can't remember. I'd probably not know. I'm pretty sure I asked you like where we're going, what time we're gonna get here. Are we late? Is Anita gonna be pissed? So yeah, I was like, he asked me because he's testing the patience of the fan base. You spoke to earlier, full circle, bring it back to the start of the pod, and he was like, if Chelsea theoretically finished 5th or 6th, which could happen because the top 4 race is tight, real tight. Would and say you didn't win a trophy, do we think Potter would keep the job? And I guess that's a test of us as fans and as a club.
Let me answer this question from 2 fronts. Dami now, when that's not happened, he has to keep his job. Because when I argue with people or have conversations or debates about football, one thing that, let's keep it real. I mean, 3 of us have been doing content for such a long time. We rarely get clipped. And there's a reason why we rarely get clipped. I mean, apart from funny stuff, we rarely get clipped on our opinions because we have fundamentals and philosophies that we follow to the heart. Do you know? So if you have something that you follow consistently, it's impossible for you to be called a twist and turn. You understand?
Yeah.
For me, fundamentally speaking, it's very important that Graham Potter actually gets some time to because we spent 300 M's, but it was that 300 M's on everything that he wanted. Obviously, I joked about Todd Bowley going behind Tuchel's back to ask him, hey, is this good? Is this fine? You know, that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, it's like he has to keep his job. But then if that actually happens, then I might be mad on Twitter. Let me guess. That's true. It's true. But I know the facts behind what's good. He has to keep the
So
job.
basically, you've got principles, you've got a philosophy, but
Yeah.
you might do a Guardiola and play no DM in the Champions League.
I mean, no. That's not what I'm saying. I will stick to the philosophy. I will stay. You should still say. But I would definitely be angry because who is not going to be angry? To calm down, that's
true.
what calm down is like. It's mad. Do you know? 2
I
years
hear
ago, we're in Champions League doing up Man City and wiping the floor of Real Madrid and whatnot. Now I'm backing it out to Leicester City and Tottenham and whatever and saying we're finishing 6th. Doing up Conference League, flying to Turkey.
Facts.
What are you doing?
Facts.
Have you seen flights to Turkey? The prices. Bumbo clout. No.
Flights to Turkey are becoming ridiculous.
Isn't it?
Sort it out. Thank you.
Even them teeth, the teeth is becoming expensive, don't they, as well?
I'm crying. No, listen, I think Graham Potter, the most fundamental thing here is that he needs time.
Facts.
This is why I didn't really understand why you'd sacked Thomas Tuchel. You spent close to 300 million on players that Tuchel wanted, right? You get the players that Thomas Tuchel wants. Now Graham Potter is expected to work some magic with Thomas Tuchel's players. It's an everlasting cycle of the manager doesn't have his players, who the manager's not been backed. We have to give him another season. And then when we give him another season to get the players he wants, what's going to happen to the players that are already here? It's an everlasting cycle with Chelsea. And I'm really hoping that this breaks that cycle. Like if Graham Potter come next season, finishes in the top 6. I'm really hoping for that top 4 because I haven't been suffering to be back in. Whoa. I haven't been suffering. For that.
It's a good song.
No. I won't be mad at it, but at the same time, no.
You don't want to travel to Transport?
Fam. And my away games need to be in close Europe, like close knit in Europe. But anyway, it needs to be in capital cities. No, real talk. It needs to
That's the
be.
funniest.
It needs to be.
Capital City Club.
Fam, I'm fed up, right?
Yeah, to travel to Transbad or something.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to do
Not
that.
like 10 connecting flights. What's happening?
Facts.
And some
And
directing from Heathrow. Gatwick.
yeah, and then you have to get on a small helicopter
None
to
of
go
that.
to your island. Nah, man, I'm not on it. I'm not doing that again. So hopefully we get top 4. If we don't get top 4, then cool. But we have to give Graham Potter his time. I hope the fan base give him that time and that grace because the way things are looking on social media is disgusting. Like, I don't like going on social media because everyone's making up their own stories. There's this anyway. Everyone's making up their own stories. Everyone's an ITK. Nah, man. Everyone's an ITK. It's just.
I want to know so I can laugh on their behalf. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know his actual app, but I think that's his name. This laugh is evil.
I don't even need to see it to know.
Do you know?
I know. Listen. Don't get into it, but I know.
You read our WhatsApp
Right.
this afternoon.
Huh?
You know, I referenced somebody in our WhatsApp.
Bro, I know, bro.
Okay, thank
Come
you.
You know
on.
what I mean? Like,
I'm on the
everyone's
TL.
Fam.
I don't tweet all the time, but I'm on the TL.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so toxic now. Everyone's an ITK. Everyone knows what's happening behind closed doors. And I'm just thinking...
What? But you know what, yeah? And this is what we'll end on before we get to the questions. Because I know you got some questions. I don't know if I don't know how good the questions were on Twitter, but we'll get into them. I feel like when you watched football when you was younger, you didn't know about the things happening behind the scenes, and you didn't know about, all the players' salaries. And I feel like the older you get, some of the fun is taken out of it slightly because you know too much. Whereas before, we just switch on the TV, team used to win, lose or draw, turn it off and then go about your day. And literally that was it. And it felt a little bit more freeing. Whereas now, obviously we're content creators, so we got to cover it. But it does... almost too much to the point where it's ruining the enjoyment. And of course, because players are not allowed to dance anymore like Vinicius, but Griezmann can still dance. But that's a different conversation, yeah? That's some of the enjoyment gone as well.
Do you know, this is like, I can relate to that, Clues, because I had like a fat hiatus from like socials and like, and I was still watching games and whatever. It's like, it was so... I'm not trying to say I don't feel like a fan now, but I felt so much because... every day on Twitter, and you get like 1 million opinions. 1 million this, 1 million that. So many news stories. And you're always like in there, like arguing. Like, you know how Lagos is with all the anger and everything.
Yeah.
Central London in the morning where you're trying to get.
Rush hour.
Yeah.
Central line.
Just take a step. The Central Line is horrible on the Monday.
I thought
why is it packed at 5:30 in the morning?
Central Line is
digress.
from hell.
But it's like I was all the way from that, and I was like, oh. this is actually so sound. I come back and drop that video. Was it Leicester or whatever?
Yeah.
I come back, drop that video based on everything that only I myself.
You thrive in the chaos.
Not even thrive in the chaos. No. That's what I'm
You
getting
thrive in the carnage.
That's not what I'm getting at. But I'm getting at the point that I come back, just my opinion, my platform, saying I've not read anything. Do you know how many people came into my DMs and were like, oh, but you got this wrong, or you got this right, or don't you think that this was meant to happen?
Yeah,
You're not meant to say this. And then the thing is like, obviously, by virtue of what we do, we know some people that know stuff. I don't ask them.
I don't want to know.
Ask.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know. Because I don't want to know anymore. But some people be like, oh, you need to talk like this. You can't say this. And I'm just like, listen.
My thing is that there's different parts to this. So you can present, or you can just create the content and talk about it. But I feel like if you know too much, it can screw you as well. As for me personally, if I'm talking about the game, but then I got a player on my WhatsApp, how am I gonna talk about his performance like
100%.
that? That's where it goes left. So I'd rather keep not even. I don't want to be touch tight. We're zonal marking. Yeah. Everybody's zonal marking. Yeah. I could see you and we could be cool and you can know of me. Hopefully that would be lovely. But we're not doing man marking unless you've got a job. You got a job for me?
You want to pay my bills?
You want to pay my bills? Now we could do man marking.
I never have to touch the camera again. All well and good is fine.
You know what I'm saying?
Make sure that if we're man marking all season. Don't try and change it up now. And when it comes to winter, and now suddenly I'm not in the team and I'm on the bench, and don't do that. If you've got a job for me, make sure it's all season long. Period. That's all I gotta say. But let's get into the questions because we got to give the people some of their airtime. And do you know what? We're going to get these screenshotted and then we'll put them in the edit so we can see the questions as well.
Fancy.
He's one of them people that does.
Bro, he's a king. Legend.
He's a king.
Legend.
All right.
No. Don't. No. This guy will demand that he is taken to Bond Street in an edit and put over there to do shopping and come back.
Now,
what?
Come back here with bags
and you know what? What's the edit? I don't know what editor's name. Put a picture of Potter with a crown on his head. Now.
Stop it. Anita.
You can't take it off now.
Anita, go on. Just
now you can take a picture of having.
Shut up! Ignore this boy. We're on a timer. Hey.
You better put that thing.
Listen,
edit, if not, you're finished.
Listen, we're on a timer. Let's go.
Wait, so is Potter on me now or?
The questions from Twitter. Remember?
Okay,
yeah. Remember the Q&A that you did?
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure that Potter's not going to be.
No, it's
edited
not.
in here.
He's not doing anything that Dami said.
Potter was already edited a while back. I mean, they brought him back again.
Okay.
And they've taken him away, but then now I come.
I'm sorry. Okay, this one's from RJ_good things. He says,
RJ
so lovely, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Lovely guy.
Lovely.
I'm sorry. He says, given our start to the season, change of manager, etc., has your expectations changed for the season? If so, what were they before and what are they now?
Ooh,
I can't lie, my expectations were always just top 4, and that was because it was like, Tuchel is at the start of a new. Because one, I'm not going to ramble on for too long, but basically Tuchel, everything was fresh.
Yeah,
new ownership, new whatever, new start, whatever. Like after that whole this guy lost his wife, he lost his family, he lost the club. Everything. I was like, you know what, fine. And then obviously new club, whatever, new players, give him top 4. With Potter.
With a trophy, maybe.
With it, maybe Carly,
better quality football.
Yeah, better quality football. Progression.
Yes.
I want to see progression.
More points.
Potter.
Same thing.
I don't think I can give him the same thing. Not for me.
So this is the difference, right? So I'll piggyback off what you said. Same thing, expectation-wise, but the outcome, if you don't get it, is different.
Okay, that's fair.
If Tuchel didn't get it and he was sacked, cool. I ain't gonna get on you like that because these are your players, your window. You're a bang bang. You're a bam yang. You're a boomerang. All that stuff. But Potter, if you don't get it, you continue. That's the way I'm gonna roll that.
Okay, so what is it? Top 4 or is it top 6? What is your actual expectation?
Top 4. It's always got to be top 4.
Top 4 at the bare minimum.
Yeah, this is Chelsea.
I said this is Chelsea.
Emma Hayes, this is Chelsea.
This is Chelsea.
Do you know?
Chelsea Football Club.
Yeah,
Picture of the stadium here.
I won't lie to you. I will not lie to you guys. I started off top 4. Then I went to top 3 after Tottenham match. I was like, yeah, there's no way like we're not getting top 3. Now I'm actually looking at top 6 thinking,
what?
That might be.
You want to hear
the goal.
You want to hear the music?
You
don't even know it. That's how much. That wasn't the right key. That wasn't the right key.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's it.
You had the right beat, but you didn't have the right like.
Nah, listen, I'm not an Arsenal fan. I don't know this crap. Honestly, like, what are we talking about? Like, I don't know this thing. Next question, please. No.
Okay, this was from Lloyd Canfield. He said, Oh wait, no, this is all just the same questions.
Big up Lloyd though. I know Lloyd. Yeah.
Big up Lloyd, but this is all this one's from Michael.
They don't have to be like football related.
Did it? Michael.
Let me see.
Can you pronounce it?
Which one is it?
Michael.
You could have left it at Michael, you know.
What? Did you see the way he gave it back to me?
Just leave it at Michael. Leave
Nah,
it at Michael.
I'm sorry. I don't.
We don't want to butcher.
Do you know, I don't want to butcher your name, but Michael W. Onwuka.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Is Chelsea doing business in the public eye hurting our reputation? I am seeing a pattern.
I like the way we covered it because for me, does it ruin the reputation when we bid on deadline day for a player that just signed that window from Southampton? Thou shall not be named, the midfielder who did bits against us. That's a bit weird. Weird behaviour, strange behaviour. Hijacking Richarlison but not really doing it properly. Trying to hijack Jesus but not really doing it properly. Going in for Koundé but then not actually buying Koundé and leaving Sevilla on red. You see when I add it up, it's a lot.
These
It's a lot.
things,
So it's like...
fundamentally speaking, these things are not a problem. The way it's a problem is it's public.
It's public.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure these things must have happened on the Marina. There's no way she was that flawless. You get me?
Of course not.
There was no
Of
way she
course.
was that.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
she
of
was,
course not.
if you look at her track, obviously she had some highlights across. You know, I wouldn't mention her name, but sorry. But obviously, like she had her howlers or whatever, public. But then there was no way she was that consistent. The difference here is every person we were linked to was in the news. Every single one. I'm sure there was not a single one that were linked that was not in the news. So I think we sort of need to just dial it down a bit. Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel
Move in
it does
silence.
Slightly hurt the pardon.
Move in silence.
Yeah, move in silence. Move in silence.
Do you guys think it's hurt the reputation though? Like the reputation of Chelsea Football Club?
No, I don't think so. But we need to make sure that it doesn't impact further business. For instance, if we chase a centre back publicly, then another centre back that we go after afterwards knows that we're not their first choice. They know they're not a priority, and that's gonna, on a personal level, that will bring down the chances of them coming if they're convinced by another club. Koundé, for example. Same with the sporting director. We go publicly for this RB Salzburg guy, and then we don't get him, and now we go to Paul Mitchell and say, "Yo, come out the Queen Vic, Mitchell. This is our time to shine together." My brother's gonna be looking at us like, "Yo, no, I'm not a dickhead." Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, so we just need to be patting up a little bit.
Okay. This question's actually quite funny. I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of my own answer first. Let me say the question. Champions League final, penalty last minute. Who is most likely to score between us three, and who's most likely to miss?
You asked.
When I put on
This is from Maverick 2286.
when I put on my real trainers, I don't know if you guys saw my foot golf. My reputation went through the roof. My stocks went flying through the roof like Bitcoin when it first went. So when I put the real Astros on, not the Air Forces, I'm mashing work.
I'm not too sure. I saw that. Do you know that golfing thing that you in the Big Six?
No. See, you have to watch the second series, not the first.
You know what?
Did you watch the first series?
Nah,
Yeah,
you know
but
what's
I'm just
funny?
saying it wasn't promising.
No. The second one. You got to watch the second one.
Unreleased footage of Matisse kicking ball.
Guys,
If you can
So
release
I
that
don't
footage.
think-
guys.
I don't think I can.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Afford that,
Come on, guys. We have to be a potato.
Anita, you need to see some of these things. That,
Guys, come on. We have to be a potato. Come on.
Listen.
but then again, it's like I'm not going to put myself.
Can you be a hash brown?
hash brown?
Can you be a chip?
What's this motherfucker saying?
Have you not heard it? Have you not seen this Arteta meme? The Amazon.
No, what?
The video on Twitter.
He
It's
said that.
The guys in the comments will know what I've just done. So basically, in the Amazon doc, yeah, Arteta's always... Have you watched the doc?
I haven't finished it.
Oh, you know when Arteta's like doing his screeching and screaming in the changing rooms and he's saying, guys, we have to do this. We have to apply ourselves.
yeah.
Da, da, da. So somebody made a meme out of it, a video. I thought you guys had seen it. And he was like, guys, we have to be a potato. You know?
Oh, I saw.
See? Come on, man.
Okay.
So if I need you to be a hash brown, you be a hash brown. I need you to be a chip, you be a chip.
But the
You need to
potato is versatile.
Exactly. Come on, Anita. Don't. Come on.
I remember.
Come on.
I remember. Fairs. That's actually quite funny. I enjoyed that. Walking Dub, Mr. Itman. Oh, who? Oh, yeah, we didn't answer the question.
You've admitted defeat?
I'm not gonna lie. If I'm taking a penalty, I'm banging it.
All right, cool. We'll do this in person.
I'm banging it. Fine. Absolutely fine.
I was gonna do another editor thing, but I let
No, stop, please.
Fam,
We don't have time.
if
because-
I'm let cut this to me. If I'm taking a penalty between us three,
But-
I am banging it. 100%. 100%.
The net is empty. Anyways, next question.
I think you miss.
I already said I was gonna miss. I already said that you
He's
can't-
too
I
long. He's actually
think-
too tall. He's too
Yeah.
tall to play.
Do you know how long it take for my leg to travel from the air into
His
the
brain
ball
to
and then-
connect to his foot is gonna take
Bruh.
so long.
Nah.
Do you know how long it's
Like
gonna
going
take?
From the end of Central Line all the way from one corner to the other.
All the way from Epping, all the way
is
to
it-
West Risley.
Yeah. West Risley. Oh Lord, no,
Yo, that's Dami,
oh
fam.
my God, it's like going
I'm
from to Shenfield.
crying. Red
Dami, Dami's head.
Shenfield.
Yeah, listen, I'm telling you, this is Dami's brain Reading, and then Dami's foot is Shenfield.
Sheffield.
And Paddington and Liverpool Street switchovers as well.
Ah, yes.
That 10-minute walk.
Right, okay. So I actually said it as a joke as
They
well.
need to
I didn't
connect
even
that
know
one.
that you were that clumsy. Fuck.
I'm not clumsy. Nah. See, I'm not clumsy, but then sometimes the football, I'm here and on the same wavelength.
Should we pick one more question?
Okay, let's do
Alright.
one more question. From Mr. Itman. Do you think our attackers, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Tammy, Pulisic, Werner,
Tammy?
comments about our attack was warranted? Recent interviews. Also, do you think Chelsea fans should be as defensive over any Tuchel takes, seeing as he is not at the club anymore?
That attack part.
Was there an interview that came out?
I'm not
these
sure.
people?
But
So clueless about
I'm not sure. But one thing I will say about that attack is that they're all young players. So they all have inconsistency, especially when some of them are injury prone. So they're going to be even more inconsistent. But what does this club need? Consistency to be at the top. So it's never gonna marriage.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't just, I'm sorry, but it's like, it applies everywhere in life. Like, you need to have some sort of experience guiding the younger ones in it. Do you know what I'm saying? In your job, or like, do you know what I mean? Everybody talks about Ajax having a young squad. They had OGs in that thing that were actually guiding some of the people that were on the pitch.
Giroud,
You
I miss
understand?
Giroud.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so we miss players
miss
like
him.
Giroud and whatever.
Yeah.
And then what was the other question was about Tuchel?
Yeah, should
Let
we
people
keep
grieve,
defending
man.
him?
Let people grieve, man. I mean, thing is, I feel like just let people grieve.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Yeah, like I feel like in everyone's own time, everyone will get over it.
My thing is, it's very simple.
Eventually.
Some people aren't for Lampard.
If you don't want to hear it, mute the word. Just go onto Twitter, go into the settings,
Oh, that's something
type
I always forget. Yeah.
type Tuchel in and mute the word, and then you'll never hear about it. So it's calm. People need to use Twitter properly. Like, people say that Twitter's toxic. It is, but the settings are there.
Facts.
Like, you can mute as many words as you want. You can block, mute whoever you want.
You can mute people.
Bro, you can make a list on Twitter with your favorite accounts, and that can be your TL.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, you can do bare on Twitter. People don't look at their settings.
God.
So when people are like, Twitter's so stressful, I say, why are you stressed? Why are you stressed? I'm not stressed. I got all of my things laid out. I got my list. I got my mute button. I got my block button. I got everything all
And
laid
if
out.
you don't want to unfollow somebody because you don't want password, just mute them.
Just mute them.
you know
I've
how-
muted bare people.
the said
piece of
ITK
advice.
that I spoke about earlier, muted.
Bro, do you know how many people
Muted.
are waffling? I just muted them.
Listen, I can't lie. The best button on the whole app is the mute button.
Bro,
Yeah.
Because if
let me
you unfollow
explain this.
someone-
Go on, do it.
if you
Explain it.
unfollow- oh.
No, not that unfollow. If you block them, they can make a burner.
Listen, if they block,
yeah.
listen, that's the thing. If someone is blocked, they know, okay, this guy doesn't want to hear anything I've got to say. I'm
Yeah.
going to go out and make a backup account.
Facts.
You understand? I'm going to come into his comments again. And the thing is, you see these accounts on Twitter, V6 packed, V7 packed. Now, that's how it is. I'm never trying to at anyone's specific.
I hear you. No, it's true.
But the thing is, if you've got that one person, you're a waffler, muted, boom. I have people in my DMs just like, they literally all like, damn. Because the thing is, like, they will cuss you out so many times, they've clocked you, don't talk to them anymore. Yeah, and I get a DM and they'll be like, actually, like, I'm sorry about all the things that I've ever. I'm like, so now, you get me? There's nothing worse than being actively ignored.
Fam.
And the thing is, you're not even actively ignoring anybody because you don't even see it.
I don't even get cussed out no more. You know.
Neither do I. It's beautiful.
When I mean,
yeah,
this-
I don't get
I'm
cussed out
calm.
no more. I'm good.
I mean, we used to get.
Do you know what? Do you know how I started football? When people used to cuss me out on Twitter, like used to come for me for being a girl watching football, I get any picture of theirs. I do, you know, the offside line. I do it with their hairline. And ever since then, I think ever since 2019, I haven't been cussed like that on Twitter.
That's mad.
I get the 1-2
You know what it
racist
is?
comments, but
Yeah.
if you want to really come at me, let's do your hairline. I do it.
It's always them people with atrocious hair.
Yeah, and I'll be doing. Listen, the front of your head there, that's the offside. It's far offside. So don't come at me unless you want your hairline to get disrespected.
Do you know what it is with Twitter? Is people are addicted to the app.
Fam.
So because they're so addicted, their screen time is nuts on the app. They find it toxic because they're on there too much.
Fam.
And people that use it every day, every hour when they wake up, they didn't brush their teeth or say good morning to their parents.
Fam.
They went straight onto Twitter and they said good morning to Pogba Senior before they even say good morning to their dad.
Fam.
And then they wonder why they're
I've
stressed.
been saying that one phrase
It's
for years,
true,
and it's not wrong.
They wonder why they're stressed.
It's not wrong.
Have breakfast. Eat your Cheerios.
Get out, lay your bed.
Do your skincare routine.
Exercise.
Do everything first.
Go and bath.
Yeah.
Go and bath. God damn. No, but it's true.
I think I said round up the Dove soap.
Go and bath. Instead, you wake up, there's still eye bug in your eye, and you're saying good morning to your supposed ITK's Twitter. Come on, dog.
I know how to be my
Come
friend.
on.
It's haven't brushed.
You haven't brushed.
Brushed.
Your tongue is white.
Like, hello, hi. Don't give me hi. Stay there. What do you mean?
Fam.
Brush your mouth.
You're eating
Your tongue is still white.
You're eating 2 meals a day because you've edited the photo for Twitter that took 5 hours.
Yeah.
Because you've made it a comp that didn't get enough
Yeah.
likes. Now you're stressed.
Bruh.
The pressure is getting
And are you
wetter.
getting paid? No.
You're not getting paid.
If you was getting paid to do Twitter, then cool. But I know how much money you can make from Twitter with an account. Because I got a decent one. And what? A little betting ad here, a little FIFA giveaway there. What, a little £10, 20. Bro, come on, don't be
You got
silly.
money.
Bro, this is London, man. You can make more.
No, let's do the maths.
Don't be silly.
Okay, you've got. Let's. I'm just random. You've got big 250k random account.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So you've grown it. So you've been on Twitter for 8 hours a day for the last 3 years. 250k. Fine. You're not getting hit up by these betting companies and whatever. You want a shirt sponsor or whatever. They give you a shirt to give you. You get £30. Okay, so you're telling me in 1 month you only get 5 of those things, £100, and you're spending 8 hours.
You don't even get 5.
Are you a slave? No, 'cause it's like 40-hour work.
You know what? It's true, you know.
work.
You're spitting. Slave.
At 60 hours, £100. Are you
The maths is not mathing.
At 60 hours, £100.
But you know what?
You're
Clout.
telling me
No, but do you know?
you're dragging me on Twitter because of 60p an hour.
But you,
Guy,
but you know what? Do you know what?
seek help.
But clout is
Go
a.
to church.
But clout is a drug.
Convert.
But clout is a
Become
drug.
a Muslim. Go and pray. Find you in the league. Find something. It's so annoying. I'm so annoyed.
I'm ending it on this
It's
note.
so fucking annoying.
Clout is a drug.
What?
Clout is a drug, but if you're gonna make it your drug, make money from it.
Make it proper.
Serious money.
Make it
Like make
proper.
money that you can live off. If you can say that you're working or you're trying to make it your job.
What?
But have a purpose. Don't just be on there just to waste time. Life is too short for that.
Nah, it's mad.
And then to be stressed.
Nah, because you got people, they'll come and ask me like, oh, you've only got 5k subscribers. I'm rarely braggadocious or whatever. I've got branders that'll give me over a bag.
Hey.
What are you talking about?
Lord.
What are you telling me?
Lord. The grand dam.
Most of you. I will expose two of you.
Do you need some apple? Do you need no. Do you need some apple juice?
You need some apple juice.
Oh, diggity dog, would you look at the time? All right, so we gone over.
Are you sure? I want to serve my master.
A bag of marbles.
Let me serve
The grand
It
dam?
was a bag of marbles. They sent me a bag of marbles.
Yeah.
Yeah. On that note,
This brother is now having an argument with someone online in this show.
No, legit.
That's what that was gonna be for him. He needed to get that off of his
He
chest.
needed to get that off his
Somebody was annoying him in real life or online.
No, it's true because it's just like sometimes they look at us and they be like, "Why are you guys doing this content?" Remember when we were doing the videos on Twitter back in the day?
Yeah, but that was for a purpose. That's what I'm
My
saying.
point- that's my
There was an end point.
We're
I'm not out here
This is what
dancing
I mean.
in the park
So
for no
when you
reason.
got people that are happy on the timeline arguing with me about the £20 they just got from Bale Sport on Twitter.
He's vexed.
Like, what's happening?
He's vexed.
Wait, no. 'cause
You're
don't you
livid,
get-
fam.
don't
Let
you
me
get-
let you sign out innit? Because you're vexed.
Yeah, you're
You're
livid.
vexed.
Listen.
I can't let you go for too long.
Listen,
Go on.
ladies and gentlemen, I can't lie. If you know how much we're paying for this thing, like, you'd have watched it to the end. Obviously, like, give it a big like at the bottom. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, get a pattern. We're rarely in the room together. If you look actually smash it out properly.
Don't do that. Don't give them guarantees. Just sign out. Don't tell them a goal and then we'll be back because I know your schedules and then it
Fam.
won't happen. So
And the thing is, there's even a even question here for you, Dami. That's even there cussing you about your channel turning into dust. So don't be making promises that you can't.
So just don't, because you always do this. You come onto the platform and then he makes promises and then he walks away and then the promises.
The promise walks with him.
And I'm here. I'm on this channel every day. So sign out normally.
To ask if you're a video editor,
Huh?
or anything like that, find me and the content.
Okay. This guy can never be normal. Anita, let them know where to find you.
Don't believe him. He's a true liar. He's not coming back. He's a liar.
Facts.
Yes.
Anyway, you can find me at FLWN_ everywhere, pretty much.
Or at the Grand Dam.
No. You've had
You've had your time.
At the Grand Dam.
Anyway, at FLWN_ everywhere.
Take a picture of a lion.
Shut up.
Now remove it. This editor better follow my instructions.
This brother is paying for the last 10 minutes of studio time.
Hey,
telling
yo,
you. Yeah?
Backing
Whatever the rate was per minute, you are paying it, sir.
not even gonna
I
lie,
promise you. I will revolute you request.
This talking you're doing is adding to the time.
I am the one doing the time.
Yay. Jehovah Christ.
How are you going to interrupt her segue as well? Her moment in the light.
It's fine. I really need to wee, so let's just round up. At FLWN_. We rounded up.
Guys, this has been the Queen's Speech podcast. The Queen's Speech podcast, right? The speech was given. Don't even think about giving me the time or waffler.
Now, the group chat doesn't have the T for.
Big up your damn selves.
With T spelled the group, you put podcasts. It's on a podcast. Carry on, sorry.
This brother,
Can you imagine?
the audacity to tell me to hurry up. I'm trying to do the
You know
outro.
what? You wouldn't think that he's gone to work today with all the energy that he's.
Did you have a Red Bull when I wasn't looking when we was in the yard?
It's the apple
Is that
juice.
Willow's-
I think this brother mixed the Monster can and the Red Bull and put them together, fused them and
Most
started
likely.
drinking.
It was the cereal. So
The cereal got you like this.
the sugar in it.
Lord have mercy.
In it. I'm the youngest person getting it. So. Anyways, carry on.
You are 6'5". Act like a man.
Bro,
I like it, man.
Now lock it off.
Act like a man.
All right, can I do the outro? No. I need to do the outro. So sit back.
Yeah.
Sit back.
I said wrap up.
Sit back.
Yeah.
Sit back.
Wrap up.
Sit back.
Wrap up.
Sit back.
What kind of testosterone-filled conversation is this? Oh,
It's
do the
always
outro.
this guy. He can never contain himself. I think he needs a glass of water or something. Right. Big up your damn selves. Yeah. Make sure you smash up the icons. It's been the Queen's Speech podcast. Yeah. And I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace.
Peace.
Put a picture of a tiger.
Just go away.